Kevin, you have a lot of insight. What is a good daily call volume truck? What is a good call close rate? So on the close rate, you were saying 90, 95%, right?
On-site close rate, you're getting that
Okay.
conversion. I think John's talking about, the actual phone call.
Okay.
That's a tough one, because that, there you're definitely going to get some tire kickers. That's going to happen. You're not going to close all of them, but if you can close probably 60-70% of the people that actually call in, then you're doing good. um, you probably want to shoot for a higher number, but if you're going to try to get, that's why it's important to get your foot in that door, because you can close at a higher rate if you get your foot in that door.
And what is a good daily call volume per truck?
That's going to be business dependent, John. I can't really answer that
Yeah,
without,
because some people
that's,
have trailers, some people have other box trucks. It's not all just about a
yeah,
truck.
yeah. Well,
Charlie says, because, oh no, Richard, what a show. Local junkers, residential, AGS should be 60% of full load. Is that what we shoot for?
yeah, John,
Average
for
job
me,
size. For anybody
yeah,
that don't know, average job size.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. 66% is a good one. A lot of people, it's going to be hard, especially with the residential. That's why I said 70 is probably good. Fine for the average guy to do it, because like I said, those commercial jobs will skew it. That's why I said, if you really really want to dial in, go for that residential, that 66% of that full load rate on that residential, then you're going to get really really dialed in.
Yeah,
Now,
I like that a lot better, man, because I think I heard somebody else in the industry, they were saying something like average job size was like around like 300 or something.
Yeah, that I think that was I know that I think it was the Junk Solutions. They were talking about their average job size, and they
Okay.
were talking about it was like 365 and everything. And I'm like, bam, their full truck is $800. That's pretty freaking low. But when it comes to pricing, that's an also it depends. A lot of people don't structure their pricing correctly, in my opinion, as well. So
Russ is in the building. He says 100% correct. Kevin is on point. More money made on smaller jobs. Hey, Russ. Russ says should never be a single item. That's your foot in the door. Correct with that. And he says, guys, head should be on a swivel. Keep looking around. There's always TV and paint. Laughing out loud.
oh,
And
trust me, paint can make you. I mean, believe it or not, paint can make you a lot of extra fucking money.
because nobody wants to take it, so you could go and charge
Exactly. So
a lot
you
more.
can charge a lot. You can upsell on that easily, because a lot of people are like, remind them, hey, we do take paint. We take the, start naming off the hard to get rid of stuff. Hey, but just letting you know, we take paint, we take tires, we take, hot tubs, and these are certain things that they think that you probably can't take. And once you start mentioning them, like, oh yeah, a lot of people have 10, 20 gallons of paint sitting around. That's an extra 100, $200 right there that you could get rid of for free if you mix it with some kitty litter or just put it on Facebook Marketplace. Everybody loves free shit. I get a bunch of paint, I put it on Facebook Marketplace, I got that shit gone in 2 days.
How long does it take with the kitty litter to get rid of?
It depends what time of year it is and how much sunshine you got. You put it in there, you mix it up, you can sit it out in the sun, and it'll do it faster. If it's in the winter, it's going to take longer. But I like to just put it on Facebook Marketplace. People love free shit. They'll load their
Yeah.
trucks up with that shit.
Local Junker says, "What is your guys' AJS? Should all junk guys know their AGS? Why is it important? Average job size. Mr. E, do you know your average job size?
oh yeah, my average job size, no doubt. Every time I go in a client's house, I tell myself this is what I want to walk out of here with. This is the minimum. So I'm not just coming
Beautiful.
here. I'm not coming here just for a single item. I'm upselling the shit out of this job. You know what I mean? Someone calls me for a single item. I tell them they could save a lot more money if we add this and add that and add this, and I'll throw you a bundle package. But I already know that bundle package is going to be my average size job,
And do
and
you
that's
teach your guys that?
well, I teach my guys all of that, and they watch me in motion.
Good.
So when I
That's
don't
the way it should be.
so when I don't go out, they can go out and say, "Hey, no problem." But it's giving them the trust
Mhm.
and learning from their failures also. how they
Russ,
can learn from it.
Russ says, "Is there anything else you need us to grab? It's cheaper for us to do it now than it is if you call us back. Our minimum charge applies on the next pickup, but since we're here, it would be cheaper."
Yeah, and that also applies when, if you like Russ is saying, if you're structuring your pricing correctly, then a lot of times you can get a lot more stuff there because um most I see a lot of junk removal companies, their price is basically, if they're doing volume, they're doing it in, even quarters, and it's the same price. It's just divided in, their full truck divided into four. There's a lot of people that do, square footage, square yardage, whatever bullshit they do, like a contractor. But, if you structure your pricing where you have a higher percentage on the low end, you can make more money. You can get a higher profit margin on, because a lot of people get a lot of small jobs, right?
Yeah.
So, if your full truck is $700, right? What's your half truck going to be? It shouldn't be 350.
Like
That's
500 or,
stupid. Your full truck should be at like 65 to 70% of your full load rate. And that way it makes more sense for the customer to start adding stuff, because you tell them, hey, we work like Costco. The more you get, the more you save. So, if I
Yeah.
came back here, if my if my half truck is $450, if I come do half truck now and half truck later, that's $900. You're saving $200 by having me come out here and just doing it all today. And then it makes sense for them to start adding stuff.
Yeah.
Russ says, "In New York, we have to pay $4 a gallon as a business. Residents can drop for free. Also, Sherwin-Williams in New York takes it for free. Also, if you're in the north, leave outside in winter and freeze it." Nice.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get that paint dried up, you can just get rid of it normally in any trash, whatever. But there's a lot of restrictions when it comes to paint because it becomes hazardous material. So that's why you can charge extra for it. But then there's things you can do and just be smart about it. You can take it to a paint recycler, but you're going to pay a shit ton of money to get rid of that, and you're going to make a mess of your freaking truck and whatever. But you just have to get creative in the way to get rid of it and get rid of it responsibly.
Well, a lot of times I think haulers don't do a lot of their homework before they start the business, as in finding where you can drop everything off for free. And everything has a home, so you should be knowing where to drop TVs off, hazard material off, oil off, dirt off, concrete off. All these places you can drop these things for free. I just picked up a whole trailer load of pallets. And I went and I knew they were good pallets. So I went straight to my pallet place, and I call it Pallets of the Fine Arts, because all they do is take pallets, and he took my whole load absolutely free.
Yeah, and you can take full loads of you can take cardboard and paper,
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff to these cardboard recyclers, and they'll do it for free, and you drop it off for free.
And I
You
post
have to
this.
Local
no.
Junker says, "I can teach you guys how to do AJS." And then he says, "Total sale divided by number of jobs." Okay. There's the formula right there. And Cisco says, "What most people don't know is in California, you can haul up to 15 gallons or 125 pounds of any solid of waste."
So we have bulk drop-offs also out here in California, where you're allowed to go once a month and drop off 15 gallons of paint, car batteries, TVs, so many things that you don't even really realize. But also junkyards, salvage yards will buy your batteries off of you. And recycling places buy batteries off of you. All the motors that you take out of wash machines and refrigerators, all those motors, they buy those off of you. So when you're just dumping those at the landfill wherever you go, you're giving them money, and they're charging you for it.
And Cisco also says, "Latex paint, once it dries and hard, can go in the trash."
Yep, 100%.
And Cisco works at Recology 28 years, so he really knows
Yeah,
stuff.
no, he knows his waste management. He knows that stuff here, and I love Cisco.
Yeah, he's the man. JB
Yeah.
Holding says, "Most of the landfills take it for free. It's mainly the transfer station who don't take the paint. In California,
Maybe in your
there's no
area.
difference. Yeah, it's a little it's tight.
Everybody's cities, states are going to be different.
At
None.
one of our transfer stations, you can drop a whole trailer load off a whole trailer load of electronics off.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
See here,
And all the mattresses.
Yeah, we got the electronic thing too. They
Yeah.
have like a
Here,
you just throw it in.
there's no dumps, transfer stations, landfills, anything that will take paint here.
Yeah,
None
see.
of them. Not
Local
even for a
Junker
price.
says we just stopped paint pickup. Started to be a hassle. Does 800 still pick up paint? That's a good question.
It's depends on the franchise. It's up to
Uh,
them whether they do or not. Some do, some don't. It's up to them. I didn't do it. There was a long time where I didn't do it because it just, I got tired of spills and blah blah blah. But then, I saw how much money it could bring in, and there was other people, another franchise doing it, and they were bringing in shit tons of money from it. And I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. We got a bigger warehouse now. I got a spot for it. I let it build up. I'll have 1,000 gallons of paint. I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace. 2 days later, that shit's gone.
Wow. Russ says same with mattress surcharges. Charge the 60 to 150 surcharge, then take back the shop, cut up and put in trash bags and pay nothing. Yeah, I heard about that. And also there's a lot of recycle places that'll take the mattresses for free in my area over here. And then he says AutoZone gives $10 store credit for every battery, where at scrap they pay 6 to 7 each. Oh, that's a good one to know. And
I like
another
that.
one, the tire Mavis tires. I don't know if it's everywhere in my area. If you go there and any of the tires have a rim on it, they'll take it for free because I guess they got a scrap guy or whatever. So you don't have to pay the fee, which and I'm talking like tractor tires too. So that's a little loophole that people might not know about. Charlie says, "Oh, here we go. Rusty Old Bulls forces his employees to cut mattress and box springs apart. I bet your team just loves you. I can only imagine how many dartboards have your face on it around the U.S. And I'm sure Russ is happy to be on all those dartboards as well and doesn't give a shit, Charlie." Sarah and Vinny over here say we take pretty much anything and never been stuck with anything. Did get a call to take solar panels. We called around. No dump was going to take it, so we declined it. That's an interesting. I never even thought of that. So what's the answer with that, Kevin? Do we know how to handle solar panels?
I've never picked up any, so I couldn't tell you. But if they're in good shape, I would if you can't dump them, then just
Use
post them
them.
on Facebook for free.
Yeah.
People, like I said, people love free shit. You can, if there's the transfer stations won't take something, the recycling places won't take something, or if they're going to charge you a huge amount for it, then post that shit for free.
Sarah, another place you might look. I know at the transfer station by me, they have a place called Recycle Town, and you can just kind of drop off anything, and it's a nonprofit, and whatever money they do go and sell whatever merchandise, they go and they donate it and all. So you might want to check out if you got something like that. I find it like any kind of windows or stuff like that they could use or resell, you could get rid of for free over there. JB Halling says battery place over here pays $5 to $10 a battery. Oh, yeah, it's good to know. Is that universal in most places? Do you guys know?
Yeah, it just depends on how big the batteries, deep cycles, the bigger, European cars have the bigger batteries than the smaller batteries than the motorcycle batteries. So they're all different sizes. You just got to find that right one who just gives you the most bang for your buck. But hold on to them until you got about 5 or 6, then it's worth. Then you got some lunch money. There you go.
And Russ says we pay $5 to have tires taken off aluminum rims only. They pay 25 to 30 a rim. That's probably why that tire place does that with me, because they're making that money off of that.
Of course.
Different arm wrestling live streams up. I'm bouncing around. Drew, you slacking on me, man? You cheating on me, bro? Nah, it's all cool, bro. When I picked Fridays, I know you got obligations over with the 98. Shout out to the 98, Ryan Grinding, if you're still in the room.
Paul, you are Drew's side chick right now.
Yeah, there you go, man. I feel like I'm getting cheated on over here, man. What are you doing over there?